He's Jordy Nelson. He's teamed up with Dove Men, and he's ready to help you here. He's got the Real Strength highlight reel video depicting Jordy's experiences as a substitute elementary school teacher working on his family farm with his brother and his sons, and he joins us now. How's morale, Jordy?
It's all right. Obviously, end of the year is always one of the toughest days. I think between that, well, the beginning of the year and the end of the year, the end of training camp with cuts, and then your final game of the year is always the two toughest days.
What was your role in the Arizona game on Saturday?
Be a cheerleader. Try to keep everyone up positive. If I saw anything, obviously let the coaches or the players know, but mainly they're just to support. I mean, the coaches see it all on film, and especially with all the technology, with the little tablets and everything. There's not much I can do to see, but if there's anything small, or just pretty much be a cheerleader.
All right, the range of emotions that you had in about a 5-minute period there. How would you describe the high of the Janice catch and then the low of Fitzgerald's catch?
Pretty drastic. And unfortunately, we kind of experienced the same thing last year. So that's back-to-back years of that experience, and it's not an enjoyable one, but it's part of it. It's playoffs for you. They're close games. They're won and lost in a few plays here and there, and you want to be on the other end of them. Hopefully, we can get to that point next year. But you just understand the finite details and what it takes to win these games, and how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl and win one.
Was there any thought given to going for two after Janice's catch?
I don't know. I haven't talked to the coaches or asked them about it. It was I know some players had said they were thinking about it or tried to tell Coach Mike to go for it, but I don't know what was going through his head, or if there was even any discussion on the headsets. But, I mean, you see it both ways. But, you know, the way it turns out, obviously you'd want to, but if we go for it and then don't get it, then everyone would have said you should have went to overtime.
Yeah, in the moment I said go for two because it felt like you just kick them right in the gut, and that defense has to line up right away. And if you had something that was prepared, like I felt more confident with that because I thought you guys were so undermanned, and you're in Arizona. Obviously, we know what happened with the coin toss there. I know it's against conventional wisdom. I just thought it was to your advantage in that moment to take advantage of it. What do you think of that philosophy, that logic?
I mean, I see it. I mean, I think I honestly can see it both ways. And if we go out, I think our defense played extremely well all game until there's some miscommunication, I guess, on defense on that last play, or the big play that Fitzgerald had. So they had played extremely well and held Arizona's offense down for the most part, and had some opportunities to make some big plays. So I can see the coaches thinking, even if they do get the ball, we'll get a quick, 3-and-out or a punt, and then all we need is a field goal to win.
He's Jordy Nelson, the Packers wide receiver, joining us Dan Patrick Show. How's the knee?
Great.
Well, what do you mean, great? Like, great you could have played in the Super Bowl?
Well, I couldn't have, but it would have been fun to give it a try. No, it's been a great process.
Would you have tried to play in the Super Bowl if you guys got there?
I can't.
Oh, you were on the inactive?
I was on IR.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not fair. That doesn't give you the chance for the miraculous recovery.
I know. That's what we were telling Ted Thompson halfway through when I was coming back. I was like, I'm joking. No, it's been a great process. It's been a different year, but it's allowed me to do some different things. I like with this Dove Men+Care highlight reel. One of the things is I get to take my son to school now every day. So there's always positives. You got to find the positives in things, and that's been fun for me to do. Is drop him off to school and then go to work. So by being on injured reserve, I don't have to get there as early because I just have to do treatment and then go to practice, and my schedule's a little bit different. So that's been nice.
How old's your son?
He will be 6 on February 3rd.
How are his hands?
They need some working, I'll be honest with you.
Was there a point this year that he could beat you in a race?
Yes, and quite a while, actually. It's Doc didn't let me run for quite a while, so that was his biggest discussion every time when I got home or playing or anything. I mean, two things have driven him nuts. I couldn't run, and then if anyone's had ACL surgery, like the scar on the front of your knee is kind of painful when you take a knee. So the crawling around on the floor and playing with his cars and everything is something that I don't enjoy very much right now either. So that was an adjustment for him. He's not too happy about Daddy being injured.
The Dove Men+Care. What are you doing with this video or these highlights?
So what we're doing is showing real strength, and what I think a lot of men now are showing as real strength is everyone thinks like on the field, the highlights on the field, but these are some highlights that I've been able to do off the field. Like I said, taking my son to school this year. 2 off seasons ago, I actually substitute taught at my son's school for a couple months to fill in for a teacher, and it's just showing that the real strength of a man is the way he cares for his family and his community.
Nice. Is there a website that people can find out more about it?
Absolutely. The highlight reel is up on dovemencare.com, so go check it out. I think there's a couple of them up there, and I watched actually Carson Palmer's the other day, so he's got a nice one up there as well.
You're on the catch.
Luckily for him, though, he's still playing and doesn't have to do the phone interviews.
The catch committee. You're on the catch committee, right?
I don't think I'm on a committee. I think I was in a group of guys that they brought in to help discuss it and maybe give some information for the committee to think about. It's the way I perceived it as.
Jordy, help me with this. Why is it the more thought we give to what is a catch makes it more complicated?
Because the more you overthink anything, it makes it more complicated.
But just
start second guessing yourself, you make it more difficult.
What did you say? What did you say as a wide receiver? This is what we need to focus on.
To me, the only difficult part is when you're trying to determine, like in the middle of the field when the guy catches the ball, it's the bang-bang play of getting hit and when he becomes a runner. It's going to be a judgment call, and that's all you can do with that one. I compared that to an umpire in baseball. They have a set strike zone, but each umpire has his own strike zone, and they're going to make the calls, and you just have to live with it in the middle. I think going to the ground and everything, I think it's pretty simple to me. I think if you stand up with the ball and the ball doesn't move, then you hand it to the official, it'll be a catch. I know everyone was talking about the Des Bryant catch last year, and this is how I've explained it ever since it's happened, no matter who it is. I've said he caught the ball, but he did not complete the catch.
I can't even dive back into this, right? Because I disagree. I think he made an athletic move and got punished for it. He got penalized for making an athletic move, and I do think
no. He was bobbling. He was bobbling the ball on the way down, and yes, he did extend the ball. But the rule is, if you are going to the ground when you catch the ball, you have to stand up with it. Now, if he just reaches for a half a yard, how are you ever going to determine how much? Now you're in the gauge of, okay, did he reach far enough, or is he just going to the ground and not really reaching?
I know. My head will explode if I dive into this again. Before I let you go, if you weren't on the IR, the season-long IR, you would have tried to have played in the Super Bowl if you guys had gotten that far. Would that have been your logic?
I think so. I think it would have tweaked the way we went through our rehab process. I mean, once you go on IR, obviously I'm not playing again. Our target date's training camp, so we attacked the rehab at a different rate. And but if they wouldn't have put me on IR and we would have tried to come back for playoffs or Super Bowl, then we would have progressed at a different rate. So if that was the plan, I would have given it a shot. I mean, I feel great, and everything's gone smoothly, and hopefully that continues.
Jordy, thank you. Good luck with Dove and the family, and thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me on.